Everyone, and today we'll be seeing one of the problem from Gigs for Gigs. The problem is very simple. It says swap diagonals, and that's it. Swap diagonals. Uh, if you wanted a good explanation here, it means that you wanted to swap the diagonals from 0, 4, 8, and you take this diagonal 0, 4, 8, swap it with 4, 2, 6. So 0, 4, 8, which was from left to right, would be from top right to bottom left, and the top right to bottom left would become top left to bottom right, and that is it. So how can you do this? You can do this in a very naive way. You can either iterate in such a way that, hey, I am like, you can first iterate this way and then store it into another array, but that's a very very different thing. The very simplest thing you can do over here is take this row, understand that this top left and top right is a part of a diagonal, swap them. Go to the next row, understand what elements would be on the diagonal path. So take those and swap. Then go to the next row, understand what are the elements and swap them. So how would you understand this? That's a good question. And to answer this question, we can go ahead onto the code editor, understand that, hey, how we can do this. Okay, let me take you to the code editor. So in a matrix, you have a diagonal from initially of a row 0. You have diagonal from, let's take the length as n. You have a diagonal from 0 to 0 and n minus 1, I will say, because we are taking index 0. Row 1, you have diagonal from 1 to n minus 2, and I think you are clear upon getting the point here, 2 and n minus 3, and so on. So with each row, the left point is increasing and the right point is decreasing. That is what the diagonal means. And hence, when we are going forward, we wanted to have left and right pointers, where left is initially 0 and right is initially length minus 1, as we took here. Later, we'll iterate one by one each row. So for row within our matrix array A, or let's name this matrix only. It's not a very huge number. Name matrix. And within each row, swap L and R. That is so simple. So how do you swap L and R is I'll just take swap L and R. So you just take a temporary variable t, row of L, and row of L should be assigned with row of R, and now row of R can be safely stored, and hence we assign it t. A little updations, L plus plus, R minus minus. So these are swapping operations. I'll take it into one line, and these are update operations. I'll mention here updates. So voila, we are done. Let's submit this problem and check whether it is working or not. Okay, we don't have a, okay, we have changed the name, right? Matrix. Let's submit this. So guess it is being submitted, and this was a very very simple problem considering the diagonals and the matrix. For a very good problem involving maths, click the video on your right, and I'll see you in the next one.